Broadcasting live from the Riddicks via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we're now on to pregame for the second half of our doubleheader. Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson taking on Page Summit. Both teams on the ice. Warm-up clock almost halfway through. So let's go ahead and take a look at the two teams playing our nightcap. First up, Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson, coached by Seth Lake. Opened up the season with an 8-4 loss to Ravenwood on September 22nd. October 1st, beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon 4-3. Beat Franklin 2-0 on October 13th. Beat JP2MLK GCS 6-3 to win the Rockcastle Cup on October 20th. And then last Monday, lost 2-1 to Station Camp Liberty Creek. Caleb Carlance, William Croft, and Caden Cisco are the team's leading scorers. Carlance and Croft have 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Caden Cisco 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Matthew Almeida and Gideon Drobnik each have 3. Actually, no, Braden Rose has 3 points from goals. Matthew Almeida and Gideon Drobnik each have 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Merrick Mott has 3 points from assists. Christian Dickens, Caleb Priest, Britton Smith, and Brian Wilkinson all have a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Justin Smith has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts, and Hendersonville won both those games, so his record 2-0. He's played 84 minutes, goals against average of 3 even, no shutouts. He's allowed 6 goals and 54 shots, turned away the other 48. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .889. Griffin Rumbaugh has played in 3 games. All of those were starts. His record 1-2-0. The win came against Franklin, but he's also played in the losses to Ravenwood and Station Camp. He's played 124 minutes, goals against average of 3.39, 1 shutout. He's allowed 10 goals and 86 shots, turned away the other 76. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .884. Justin Smith played in the wins against Mount Juliet and JP2. Let's move on to Page Summit, coached by Greg Sowers. Opened the season with a 6-2 win over JP2MLK GCS on September 24th. Tied Ravenwood 6-6 on September 29th. Lost 6-2 to Indy Centennial on October 15th. Lost 2-1 to Station Camp on October 20th. Then last Monday beat Brentwood BAUSN 5-1. Braden Owens is the leading scorer. He has 8 points from 3 goals and 3 goals and 5 assists. Hudson Halters has 7 points from 6 goals and an assist. Madden Chandler 5 points, all from assists. Aiden Garner 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Hunter Haley 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Reeve Gable 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Aiden Meyer 3 points, all from assists. He was suspended last week. He's back in the lineup tonight. Tyler Bell and Liam Garner each have 2 points from a goal and an assist. Landon Ellis and Elijah Selby each have 2 points from assists. Jonah Ferguson and Conley Meeks each have a point from a goal. Justin Yanuchili has played in 4 games in goal. He started 3. His record 2-1-0. He's played 159 minutes, goals against average of 2.38. No shutouts. He's allowed 9 goals and 74 shots, turned away the other 65. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .878. Brady Tessier has played in 2 games. Both of those were starts. His record 0-1-1. He's played 48 minutes, goals against average of 7 even, no shutouts. He's allowed 8 goals on 32 shots, turned away the other 24. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .750. And we got through all of it. Had a motor mouth. Whew. So let me pull up the game on the game sheet so I can keep track live. Okay, it's okay, there it is. Because I'm following the NBA Brentwood game on another tab as we're ready to go with the start of this one. Justin Yanuchili going to start in goal for Page. I'm not sure who's in goal for Hendersonville because they're on the far end. Page will move the puck my left to right for this first period. Hendersonville will move it from my right to left. As the game is underway, looks like Griffin Rumbaugh is in goal for Hendersonville. I think I see a 1 in his sleeves. Puck in the Hendersonville zone to start the game. Hudson Halters calling for it, put in front for him, and a shot. I think it went over the net. Puck out at center, Page with it. Liam Garner setting it up the near side, back towards the Hendersonville zone. There's Gideon Drobnik trying to hand it off to Braden Rose, going down the Page slot, but that was broken up by Jonah Ferguson on the back check. Trey James dumping the puck down to the left wing corner. Now Rose puts it down in front. Drobnik couldn't get a stick on it. Held in by Matthew Almeida at the right point, trying to put it in front of the skate of Liam Garner. Came to a stop, then sent on goal by Merrick Mott. Stopped by Yanuchili, who then went into the left-hand side of the net and dislodged it. And the first whistle blows after a full minute of play, as the Page net is put back into place. Draw is to Yanuchili's left. One by Hendersonville. Shot on goal to be sticked away, and then a rebound try sent past the net to the left of Yanuchili. Puck held in at the right point, and then given away. Here's Aiden Meyer back from suspension out at center, trying to pass it into the Hendersonville zone. It's intercepted by the Commandos. Sent back down the ice, back into the Page end. Elijah Selby with it. Backhanding up the far boards, trying to get it out. It's held in at the right point, and then taken back by Page. And it went towards the Hendersonville blue line and ended up being iced by Christian Dickens. 12:27 to go in the first, and no goals on the board yet. Draw us to the right of Griffin Rumbaugh. Henderson will with it. They'll bring it out to center. Landon Croft into the Page zone on the left wing side. Could not get around the back, checking Selby. Ryan Ellis out at center. Lost the puck in the Hendersonville zone. Got it back, tried to put it in front. Nobody in a white sweater there because Page were making a couple of changes. Caden Cisco brings the puck back into the Page zone, and Landon Croft with a shot in the right circle. That's gloved and held on to by Yanuchili. 11:58 to go in the first. No goals on the board. Draw is to the left of Yanuchili. Page with it, out at center. Sorry, that's Liam Garner wearing number 89. I kept calling Aiden, who wears number 72, Liam. Puck back in the Page zone, and the Spartriots clear it out. Liam Garner with a shot left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. It's blocked. Puck in the right wing corner. Pass behind the net, intercepted by Hendersonville, held in by Page. Oh, but then Aiden Garner falls over and loses the puck. Here's Britton Smith back in the Page zone. A shot blocked by the back-checking Jonah Ferguson on the left wing. Blocked by a skate. Puck going towards the end boards. Ferguson backhands it over to the far side. Drobnik passing it up to the right point. Now Matthew Almeida trying to pass it back down the right wing boards. And Almeida ends up backing out of the zone under pressure from Liam Garner. Now Almeida brings the puck back into the Page zone on the left wing side. Trying to pass out to the slot, intercepted by Liam Garner. Oh, but it went off his skate. Comes to Merrick Mott, who whiffs on it inside the top of the right circle, and it's cleared out by Hudson Halters. Up. And it went off. Went off of something back into the Page zone and was touched up offside by the Commandos. 10:33 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Drawing the dot across from the Page bench at center. Won by the Spartriots. And carried into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Here's Braden Owen. Now the puck going over to the far side. Hendersonville come up with it. Passed ahead to Braden Rose. Rose left wing side of the Page zone, and he shoots it past the net to the right of Yanuchili from inside the left circle. Puck passed out to the left point. Trey James trying to send it back down the left wing. It's out on the far side. And it's cleared out by Page. It's going to end up being, no, it's not an icing. Hendersonville player came off his own bench and played it. I think it was played by Kellen Fisher. Now here's Gideon Drobnik at the right to the Page net. A shot stopped by Yanuchili. Closed the 5-hole just in time. And we're going to have a penalty. Oh, no. High sticking warning against, I think, Page. And it was canceled out because the puck was played by Hendersonville. There's a one-timer on the top of the left circle. And that's Caleb Priest. That's gloved and held onto by Yanuchili. 9:15 to go in the first. No goals on the board. No shots on goal yet for Page. 5 for Hendersonville. Draw is going to be to Yanuchili's left. Puck out at center, Christian Dickens. Dumps it back into the Page zone. Puck coming around the boards to the near side. And Jonah Ferguson will clear it out. Now Caden Cisco with it in the Hendersonville zone. Trying to bring it to center. Whiffed on a pass. Puck comes back to him. Tries to send it ahead. Intercepted by Ferguson. Now here's Braden Owen with a steal. Left wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Putting it in front. Here's the shot. Stopped by Griffin Rumbaugh from Ryan Ellison. He's got it under him. And it took almost 6 minutes for Page to get their first shot on goal, but Griffin Rumbaugh keeps it out of the net. 8:18 to go in the first. Still zip. Draws to the right of Rumbaugh. Puck is out at center. Now sent back into the Hendersonville zone. And it's cleared out of the zone by Caleb Carlance. Sent back in the Hendersonville zone and then cleared right back out again. Here's Aiden Garner. Back in the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Whiffs on a shot attempt trying to go to the front of the net. Now there's Jonah Ferguson shooting from the right circle and that's blocked. Somebody on the follow-up got off a shot that was stopped by Rumbaugh, and the puck ends up being iced by the Commandos. 7:33 to go in the first. No goals on the board. Draws to the right of Rumbaugh. Won by Page. Shot in the left point blocked. It's cleared out by the Commandos. Tyler Ellis dumping it back into the Page zone. Now Elijah Selby sending it around the boards to the far side. As Page trying to get it out, it's held in at the right point. Now the puck coming around to the left wing corner. And Brian Wilkinson with one hand trying to tap it to the front of the net. Elijah Selby holds it in. Or sorry, he's not holding it in. He's trying to clear it out. Here's a shot from Wilkinson, bottom of the right circle, bounces across the front of the Page net. And the puck slides up towards the blue line, carried out to center by Hunter Haley. Haley, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone, caught up to, and then the body put on him by a defender. Now here's Conley Meeks with a shot from the right edge of the slot, stopped by Rumbaugh. And Hendersonville are going to end up icing the puck again. 6:33 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Draw is to the right of Rumbaugh. Hendersonville will clear it out. Braden Rose Sends it back into the Page zone, but it's intercepted and carried out by Camden Mullen. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Mullen inside the Hendersonville zone. Now Landon Ellis putting it in front, and Mullen one times it past the net to the right of Rumbaugh. Puck is back in the Page zone, cleared right back out. Here's Landon Ellis. Out at center now, Conley Meeks, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Turned the puck over, and it was cleared out. Now it's brought back into the Page zone. Merrick Mott leaves it for Braden Rose. Shot from the right circle, stopped by Yanu Chile, and the rebound cleared out of the zone. Christian Dickens will catch up to it inside the Hendersonville end. Passes up the far side. Braden Rose deflects it back into the Page zone. And puck turned over to Caden Cisco. Cisco, banks it off the outside of the right post. Or outside of the post to the right of Yanu Chile. Now here's Ryan Ellis bringing the puck out to center. Backhanding it off the boards, trying to catch up to it inside the Hendersonville zone. And sends it to the front of the net, but unable to get a stick on it right in front. It was Tyler Bell. Up, and Bell with a hit on the far side. That's drawn a penalty against the Spartriots. I think it was Braden Rose that he hit. And Bell is going to go to the box for elbowing. So Hendersonville getting the first power play of the game. No goals on the board just yet. 4:41 to go in the first. It's now 6-0 NBA over Brentwood. Over on rink 2. That is not a surprise. That is not a shock at all. Draw to the left of Yanu Chile, won by Hendersonville, and a shot from Croft off of Yanu Chile and into the netting above the glass. Yeah, and of course he's the only goal season. Andrew Sally surrendered all of those, and of course he's the only goalie. Ensworth leading the Outlaws 1-0 down in Bellevue. Ooh, and Elijah Selby trying to clear the puck down ice, ends up sending it into his own bench and hit a couple of his teammates in the helmet. Draws to the right of Yanu Chile. Won by Hendersonville. Caleb Carlant shot in the top of the right circle, stopped and held on to by Yanu Chile. Draws to his left. Won by Hendersonville. Puck sent around to the kick plate. Or sent around the kick plate to the near side. Left point, Matthew Almeida. Back to Caden Cisco, top of the left circle, across to the far boards. Caleb Carlant's a shot gloved and held on to by Yanu Chile. 78 seconds to go in the power play for Hendersonville. 4 minutes to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. And the Commandos they finally have their jerseys in. So no more me having to look at the game sheet to see who's who. Draws to the left of Yanu Chile. Won by Hendersonville, Matthew Almeida. Backhanding it down the left wing to Caden Cisco. Cisco passing back up top of the left circle. Almeida gets around a defender. Meyer shot, score! Almeida with a shot that went in off the left shoulder of Yanu Chile into the back of the net. It's a power play goal for the Commandos, and they're up 1-0 with 3:46 to go in the first. Draw one by Hendersonville. Here's Merrick Mott. The far board's taking a shot that goes around the back of this Page net. Now here's Aiden Meyer, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Pushed off the puck by Braden Rose. Here's Nathan Baldwin, shot from the top of the left circle, misses the net to the left of Rumbaugh. I don't think he touched it. The puck slides out to center. Jonah Ferguson. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone, taken back by the Commandos. Here's Merrick Mott, right wing side of the Page zone. A shot stopped by Yanu Chile, who's trying to get them to stop. He's saying his mask is loose. They need to blow the whistle because he needs to put his mask back on. Here's Aiden Meyer to the Hendersonville net. A shot stopped by Rumbaugh. Now Commandos bring the puck to center. Here is Braden Rose. Back into the Page end. To the front of the net. A shot stopped and covered up by Yanu Chile. And he got bumped by Rose, who gets pushed into the net by Meyer to knock it loose. 2:31 to go in the first. 1-0 Hendersonville. Draws to the right of Yanu Chile. One by one by Page. They clear it out. It's in the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Here's Elijah Selby, shot from the left point. Blocked, rebound, score! Hudson Halters. Shot from the left point was blocked in front, but the rebound came over to Hudson Halters, hanging out near the left-hand side of the net, and he pounds it in. And it is 1-1 with 2:11 to go in the first. Here's Merrick Mott. Sorry, folks, had to sneeze. Puck in front of the Page net. A shot stopped by Yanu Chile, and the rebound cleared away from the net by Colin Breedlove, which was great by him because I think it may have been Gideon Drobnik had the net wide open if the puck had come his way. Matthew Almeida bringing the puck back into the Page zone. Pushed into the boards on the far side. Now the puck on the near side. Liam Garner passing it ahead to Hudson Halters. Halters out at center. Back into the Hendersonville zone. Rounded defender in front of backhander. Missed the net to the left of Griffin Rumbaugh. Puck sliding back into the Page zone. Aiden Garner sending it out to center up the far side. We're inside the final minute of the first. And Matthew Almeida tried to pass it up the far side to Braden Rose, missed his stick, and went deep into the Page zone for an icing. 53.2 seconds to go. In the first 1-1, 1-1, not 2-2, it is 1-1. Draws to the right of Griffin Rumbaugh. One by Page, tried to send it down low. Picked up and carried out by Tyler Ellis, but Aiden Gardner steals from him at center. Now the puck sent back into the Page end, immediately cleared out. 30 seconds left in the first. Here's Conley Meeks back in the Hendersonville zone, shooting it past the net to the left of Rumbaugh. Puck behind the net. Passed out towards the top of the left circle. Aiden Garner with it. Backs up to the left point. Taking a shot. Knocked out by the glove of Rumbaugh. Rebound, score! Rumbaugh knocked it down with his glove instead of catching it. And it comes to Elijah Selby. No, sorry, it's Conley Meeks. Comes to a Conley Meeks, who knocks in the rebound through the legs of Rumbaugh into the back of the net to give Page a 2-1 lead with 9.1 seconds to go in the first. Puck sent into the Page zone, called icing with 0.9 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the left of Rumbaugh. The puck bounces past the net off the draw, and that is it for the first. All three goals scored with under 4 minutes to go in the period. Matthew Almeida putting Hendersonville up first. And then just over a minute later, just over 90 seconds later, it was Hudson Halters tying the game, and then Conley Meeks giving Page the lead very late with 9 seconds left in the first. So after one period, Page Summit lead Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 2-1. I'll be back in a few with a second period, but if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, just hit the timestamp to jump forward to the second. Ready to start the second period. Griffin Rumbaugh still in goal for Hendersonville. Justin Yanuchili still in goal for Page for this second period. Hendersonville carry the puck from my left to right, Page from my right to left. Page with a puck to start the second period. It's in the Hendersonville zone, intercepted by Caleb Priest. Tried to clear it out. Hit the skate of Gideon Drobnik. Had stayed in the zone. Puck coming around on the near side. Braden Rose trying to tap it back around to the far side. Caleb Priest will carry it that direction. Then clear it out up the far side through center, back into the Page zone. Jonah Ferguson with it. Pass ahead to Braden Owen off his stick at the Hendersonville blue line. It's in the commando zone. Priest with it, banks it off the far boards. Now there's Braden Rose having it poked off his stick at center. Braden Owen overskated it. Now Owen has it, lost it. Here's Gideon Drobnik, right wing side of the Page zone. Nice back checking. But I think that's Jonah Ferguson who got the puck off of him. Yes, it was. Now it's back in the Hendersonville end. Aiden Meyer in the left wing corner trying to put it out in front for Ryan Ellis. Knocked away by Christian Dickens, held in the zone by Jonah Ferguson. Caleb Priest slapped it into the Page bench trying to get it out. And that brings about the whistle. 12:51 to go in the second. 2-1 Page. Draw to the right of Rumbaugh. Puck put out in front, and it went past the stick of Hunter Haley as it went up the slot. It was Hudson Halters trying to put it out in front. Now there's Landon Croft trying to go to the front of the Page net. Got off a shot that was stopped and covered up by Yanuchili at his right-hand post. It's 3-0 Innsworth over the Outlaws in the first down in Bellevue. Innsworth on a 2-game losing streak. They only played 1 game last month. That lost to Father Ryan on October 20th. Tonight is just their 4th game of the season. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Won their opener against JP2 on September 24th. And have dropped 2 straight to MBA and Father Ryan. Landon Croft gets hit behind the net. I think by Elijah Selby, and that's going to bring about a penalty. No, it's Hudson Halters who's going to go to the box. And that's not a great penalty for Page to take. And what is it? 2 minutes for roughing. So Hendersonville back in the power play, down 2-1 with 12:01 to go in the second. Draws to the right of Yanuchili. Won by Hendersonville. Passed across, shot in the left circle, turned away by Yanuchili. Is that Caden Cisco? I can't tell who that is. Puck comes to Caleb Carlin to the right point, pass down the slot. Comes to the bottom of the right circle. Yeah, that is Cisco out there. He's backing out towards the blue line and dropping it over to the near side. Puck comes to Carlance. Carries it down the right wing. His shot off a stick past the net. Stays in play. Oh, and somebody from Page of their stick break. It was Aiden Gardner. Puck passed out to the blue line. Carlance a shot. Takes a deflection. Comes down near the front of the net. And the puck cleared out. I think, was that a bad pass by Hendersonville that just went out of the zone all the way down? Of course, you can't call icing against Page. They're shorthanded here. Carlance at center. Puck got away from him. Page trying to send it back the other way. Minute left in the power play for Hendersonville. Here's Landon Croft. Back into the Page zone. Left wing side. Shot over the net. Here's Matthew Almeida, left circle. Top of the slot. Caleb Carlance, shot, score. Almeida to Carlance. Moved inside the left circle. Fires it into the back of the net. Another power play goal for Hendersonville, and it's 2-2 with 10:40 to go in the second. NBA leading Brentwood 8-4 over on Rink B. Did they decide to put their other goalie in net? Did they decide to put, what's his name? Number 30, I can't remember. Oh, it's Parker Eves. Parker Eves. They put him in net, or Brentwood just putting pucks past Trip Bland as Braden Owen takes a shot inside the left circle of the Hendersonville zone that goes off a stick and out of play. Off a Hendersonville stick. Draws to the right of Rumbaugh. Puck goes to the inboards. Braden Owen puts it out in front. Oh, but it's broken up by Merrick Mott. Kept it away from Ryan Ellis. Puck back in the Page end. It's cleared out. Puck out on the far side. Now here's Gideon Drobnik, left wing side of the Page zone. Pass off Merrick Mott. Goes back to Braden Rose in the slot. His one-timer stopped and held on to by Yanuchili. Tried to go for the tic-tac-toe, and toe was kept out of the net. $9:52 to go in the second. Game tied at 2. Draws to the right of Yanuchili. One by Hendersonville, a shot blocked. Here's Gideon Drobnik trying to get it to the front of the net. It's taken away and cleared out. Shot from the right point. Stop by Yanuchili, knocked down with his glove. It was Caleb Priest shooting. Now puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Caleb Priest with it. Stretch pass ahead to Gideon Drobnik. Drobnik brings it back into the Nolensville zone. Sorry, Page zone. Pass across. And a shot from Braden Rose. Stopped by Yanuchili. Pass across the front of the net. And now there's McMott shooting from the right circle. Turned away by Yanuchili. Where is it? It's in the crease. They're trying to knock it in. It's kept out. And we got a pile of bodies on top of Yanuchili as the net is dislodged. And we got a couple of players still tussling in the crease. Braden Rose battling with a Page player who's now standing up. He's off. It's Aiden Garner. So, wonder where we're probably going to have penalties here in all this. The referees are talking to each other. So this is going to take a bit. I'm sure there will be penalties against Rose and Gardner because after everybody got out of the crease, they were still holding on to each other. All right, they're going to have Garner and Rose both go to the box. Oh, Rose, no. Garner's out of the game. Wow, Aiden Garner's been kicked out of the game. A 5-minute major. And a 2-minute penalty against Rose. So it's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. And then Hendersonville, unless they get another penalty called against them, will get a 3-minute power play. So let's see the penalties here. It's 8:55 to go in the second game, tied at 2. Still waiting for them to put the penalties on the game sheet. Well, I guess we're not going to have the penalties put up before we restart play. Draw is going to be to the right of Yanuchili. So, again, it's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then Hendersonville will get a 3-minute power play. Draw one by Page. And they clear the puck out of the zone. There's Matthew Almeida. Passing to the far side, Landon Croft. Trying to pass it up center. Intercepted by Jonah Ferguson. Will bring it back into the Hendersonville zone. Shot in the right circle. Blockered away into the netting above the glass by Griffin Rumbaugh. Oh, wow. Aiden Gardner got a headbutting penalty. How many times do you see headbutting called? So that's the major against him. Draws to the left of Rumbaugh. One by Hendersonville, held into the blue line. by Ferguson, and a shot was blocked. Puck out at center. Jonah Ferguson sends it back into the Hendersonville zone. Here's Hunter Haley shot in the left circle, misses the net to the right of Rumbaugh. Puck out at center. Minute left in the 4-on-4. Hudson Halters, right wing side of the Hendersonville zone. Couldn't get off the shot. Matthew Almeida was providing a block, and so was Trey James. And now there's a chance in the Page zone for Hendersonville, but whoever had the puck last couldn't hang on to it. .30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Jonah Ferguson trying to backhand the puck out. He does. It goes out to center. Trey James catches up to it. Sends it up the far side. It's back in the Page zone. Jonah Ferguson will track it down. Trying to send it around to the near side. And the puck is picked up by Page, and they'll clear it out. Penalty time against Hendersonville is up there on the power play for 3 minutes. And it's a major power play, so they can score on it as many times as they want. It doesn't end until the clock runs out. Merrick Mata shot blocked. Passes across to the right point. And Zach Curran shot through traffic, misses the net to the left of Yanu Chile. There's a shot in the left circle, turned away by Yanu Chile. That was from Merrick Mott. Puck comes back to Mott on the far boards. Spins away from Elijah Selby. Here's Gideon Drobnik. Passing the puck out to the left circle, Merrick Mott. Cross to the right wing side. And Zach Curran sends it around to the far side. Puck in front of backhander, missed the net. They're saying Yanu Chile got a piece of it. Under 2 minutes left on the power play for Hendersonville. Puck held in at the left point by Caleb Carlance. Pushed into the boards by Hudson Halters. Merrick Mott with the puck, pass across Zach Curran, right point. Dropping it down towards the right wing corner. Page desperately trying to get it out, and they do. They clear it down ice. They can finally get a change. And Hendersonville ended up icing the puck. It was Carlance icing the puck. 88 seconds left in the power play for Hendersonville. 5:24 to go in the second. Game is still tied at 2. Braden Rose was called for head contact, so he's got a 2 and a 10. Sullivan Hyatt is serving that penalty. NBA have beaten Brentwood 8-4. Draw was to the left of Griffin Rumbaugh. And here's Matthew Almeida out at center with it. Left wing side of the Page zone, gets off a shot. Stopped and held on to by Yanu Chile. It's 5-0 Ensworth over the Outlaws down in Bellevue. Hendersonville with the puck off the draw. A minute left in the power play for them. And a pass across to Caleb Priest went off the boards and out of the zone. So Hendersonville having to get back on side. Priest with the puck in his own zone. Passing it ahead to Landon Croft. Croft out at center. Now Caleb Carlance, left wing side of the Page zone. Tried to pass it across to Caden Cisco. Got knocked down. Went off his body at the left-hand side of the Page net. And Page cleared the puck out. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for Hendersonville. Braden Owen put the puck in front of the Hendersonville net, but it went past Aiden Meyer. Puck at center. Caden Cisco back into the Page zone. Matthew Almeida shot in the blue line off the glove of Justin Yanuchili. Penalty time against Page is up. They're back at even strength. Puck put out in front and sent past the net. I think by Braden Rose, the net became dislodged. No, correction, Rose is in the box for the head contact. I'm not sure who that was for Hendersonville, but anyway, penalty time against Page is up. They're back at even strength. 3:51 to go in the second. Game still tied at 2. Draws to the left of Yanuchili. Oh, puck taken to the front of the Page net. Shot wide and they score. It's Merrick Mott. Merrick Mott from the left circle. Fires the puck into the back of the net. Hendersonville back in front, 3-2 with 3:41 to go in the second. Puck inside the Page zone. Connolly Meeks with it. It's taken away. Hendersonville took it away for a moment. Page trying to get it out. Put out in front and whiffed on by Mott. Here's Christian Dickens passing across to the right point. Trey James. James is shot into traffic over the net. Puck out on the far side of the Page zone. Elijah Selby sending it up the far boards. Held in by Dickens, but then taken away and brought out by Landon Ellis. Oh, then Dickens takes it back at center. And then the puck went off a couple of sticks out of the blue line and into the Hendersonville bench. 2:42 to go in the second, 3-2. Commandos. Draws to the left, was to the left of Yanuchili, won by Hendersonville. Goes out to the far side of the Page zone, and the Spartriots clear it. It's back in the Hendersonville end, but Zach Curran able to get to it and clear. Stolen by Hendersonville inside the Page zone, and then sent past the net to the left of Yanuchili. Page have 9 shots on goal. We're almost at the end of 2. Caleb Carlant shot through traffic off a leg or something and past the net to the left of Yanuchili. Here is Tyler Bell out to center. Backhanding it over to Hunter Haley. Haley, left wing side of the Hendersonville zone, trying to split defenders. The puck taken away. Caleb Carlance put it into the back of Landon Croft's skates. It's out at center. Halters sends it back into the Hendersonville zone. Zach Curran tried to send it around to the far boards, hit the back of his own net. And then Griffin Rumbaugh backed into his own net and dislodged it. Puck is taken out of the zone. Referee will keep play going and put it back in place. Puck still in the Page zone at the other end of the ice. Spartriots clear. Here is Caleb Carlance inside. Actually out at center, passing it ahead to Caden Cisco. It poked off his stick. And now back the other way. There's Elijah Selby chasing the puck back into the Hendersonville zone. Caleb Carlance on him. Gets run into by Hudson Halters. Now Landon Croft up. Had a man jump in front of him and take the puck away. 1 minute left in the second. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Matthew Almeida clears it out. And it's dumped right back into the Hendersonville zone from center, from right atop the red line by Colin Breedlove. Here is Gideon Drobnik carrying the puck to center. Oh, we're going to have a penalty. There was a hit on the far side of the Page zone by a Page player. And there's going to be an elbowing call against the Spartriots right as we pass the 30 seconds to go mark. And that penalty is going to be against Aiden Meyer. So Hendersonville back to the power play, up 3-2 with 29.9 seconds to go in the second. Draws to the right of Yanu Chile. Hunter Haley having to go out onto the ice late before the draw, hold up the draw a bit. Won by Page, but turned right over to Hendersonville. And cleared down ice by Page. Here's Caden Cisco, deep in his own zone. Passing it ahead to Caleb Carlance on the far side. Carlance back into the Page zone. Looked like he got twisted around, but still managed to send the puck on goal. Stopped and covered up by Yanu Chile with 5.5 seconds left in the period. Draw by Yanu Chile's right. And Page will bring it out to center. Braden Owen's going to run out of time. Gets off a shot at the buzzer. Missed the net to the left of Rumbaugh. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Hendersonville scoring twice in this second period. Goals from Caleb Carlance and Merrick Mott. And they now lead Page Summit 3-2 at the end of two. I'll be back in a few seconds or back in a bit for the third period. But if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, just push the timestamp to jump forward to the start of the third period. Ready to start the third and final period of this one. Justin Yanuchili still in goal for Page. Griffin Rumbaugh still in goal for Hendersonville for this third and final period. Page will carry the puck from my left to right. Hendersonville from my right to left. Commandos will start this third and final period with 90 seconds of power play time carrying over. Page, and they send it right into the Hendersonville zone, and was played with a high stick by a Commando player at his own blue line, and it went past the goal line. It was Matthew Almeida who played it with a high stick, so they blow the whistle on the high stick. They're going to drop it to the left of Rumbaugh. Actually, no, Rumbaugh touched it because it came towards the front of the net. He touched it. Had to touch it to keep it out, so that's why they blew the whistle. Page trying to keep the puck in the Hendersonville zone off the draw here. Puck passed ahead to Matthew Almeida. Almeida through center. Back into the Page zone on the right wing side. Takes a shot, missed the net. Under a minute left in the power play for the Commandos. Landon Croft, right wing corner of the Page zone. Croft passing it out top of the left circle. Caden Cisco out to the blue line. Matthew Almeida. Almeida shot through traffic. Oh, it hit the stick of Yanu Chile and knocked it out of his hand. He hit the stick handle and caused him to drop it. He's got no stick. That's no problem as he gloves and hangs onto a shot from Caleb Carlance. That came from the right circle. 31 seconds left in the power play. 13:01 to go in the game. Still 3-2 Hendersonville. Draws to the left of Yanuchili. One by Hendersonville. Caden Cisco shot in the left circle off the stick of Tyler Bell and past the net. Puck coming around to the left wing corner. Big battle for the puck. Cisco is in there. And Page clear it. That'll kill off the rest of the penalty. Caleb Priest catches up to it. Penalty time against Page is up to back at even strength. And the puck ends up loose in the right wing corner. Braden Owen gets to it. Whiffs on a shot attempt. Oh, and then unable to get to the puck as it came his way. At the right-hand side of the net was Tyler Bell. Now it's sent up the far side into the Page zone. Here's Gideon Drobnik all in front of shot. Stopped. Blocker save by Yanuchili. Landon Croft found him going down the slot all alone. But Yanuchili with a blocker save to keep this a one-goal game. Here is Braden Owen. Back into the Hendersonville zone. Trying to put it out in front, actually put it off the outside netting on the left-hand side. Now Owen with it again. Put it out, tried to put it out in front. I think it may have gone off the back of the net. And it's cleared down ice by Hendersonville. It'll be an icing. With 11:35 to go and the Commandos up 3-2. It's now 6-1 Innsworth over the Outlaws down in Bellevue. Oh, Thomas Redden starting in goal for the Outlaws. That's okay. Dawson Reynolds gives you a better chance to win that game. As the puck ended up going into the scorekeeper box. Draws to the left of Rumbaugh. Now here's Gideon Drobnik, left wing side of the Page zone, a shot. Stopped by Yanuchili. It's under his knees. Drawby to the right of Yanuchili. One by Hendersonville. Trey James dumps it to the right wing corner from the blue line. Puck coming up the far boards. Hunter Haley trying to clear. Trying to get it out. It goes off of James. Jonah Ferguson with it now. He'll send it around to the near side boards. Elijah Selby ahead to Tyler Bell. Could not clear it out. Held in Merrick Mott. Now Gideon Drobnik in the left circle. Trying to go to the front of the net. Lost the puck in the skates of Jonah Ferguson, and it's cleared out by Elijah Selby. Trey James is going to get to it before the icing. Yeah, they waved the icing off because James got to it, but then he got knocked down. Hendersonville with a puck still. Matthew Almeida through center, back into the Page zone on the right wing side, trying to go to the front of the net. Puck sent wide. Oh, and a shot from the left point by Carlance, deflected by Almeida, but Yanuchili makes the save. Icing call waved off as the puck slowed way down as it was going towards the Hendersonville goal line. Commandos bring it back out to center. Mott, right wing side of the Page zone, trying to cut to the front of the net, prevented from doing so by Colin Breedlove. Rose trying to back in the puck out in front. Yanuchili backed into the net and dislodged it. Referee going to push it back into place, let play continue. Zach Curran at the left point, trying to pass it down the left wing, intercepted by Ryan Ellis, who's trying to clear. Passes ahead to Aiden Meyer, hands it off Hudson Halters, leading a 2-on-1. Halters right wing side of the Hendersonville zone, taking a shot over the net. He had Haley on the other side, but he decided to go it himself. Correction, it was Camden Mullen he had on the other side. Braden Rose brings the puck back into the Page zone. And Brian Wilkinson got knocked down as the puck came his way. It's cleared out to center. Here's Brian Wilkinson, left wing side of the Page zone. Pushed off the puck by Aiden Meyer. Now Gideon Drobnik with it below the goal line. Trying to put it out in front. Shot in the right circle. Went across the front of the net was Tyler Ellis. And cleared out on the near side by Aiden Meyer. Puck back in the Hendersonville zone. Caleb Priest. Now the puck cleared out, but right to Colin Breedlove, who sends it back the other way. Priest. Puck back in the Page end, cleared out by Ferguson. Here's Christian Dickens. Puck sent back into the Hendersonville zone. Now Landon Ellis. Around the back of the Hendersonville net. Fires it across the front of the net from the left circle. Ellis with it again. Trying to put it in front. It's intercepted by Caleb Priest and cleared out of the zone. Puck ends up back in the Hendersonville end. Priest sending it around the wall to the far side. It's out at center. Nathan Baldwin with it for Page. Dumps it right back in. Jonah Ferguson had to get back on side. Immediately did so. Tyler Bell with a steal. A shot, score! Tyler Bell with a steal in the bottom of the right circle. Fires it into the back of the net. And it's 3-3 with 7:07 to go in the game. It's a big goal for Page. And Hendersonville win the draw. Here is Caden Cisco, left wing side of the Page zone. Shoots it past the net to the left of Yanu Chile from the top of the left circle. Now a shot in the right wing boards and Trey James. It went off the right leg pad of Yanu Chile. Held into the left point by Matthew Almeida. High slot, a shot out of play. I think it may have gone off a Page stick as it went into the netting above the glass. Draws to the right of Yanu Chile. Won by Hendersonville. Trey James banks it off the near boards. Trying to get it down low. Colin Breedlove trying to clear it. Slides out over the blue line. Picked up by Camden Mullen. Back in the Hendersonville zone. Could not get around the defender James. Lost the puck. Now Aiden Meyer. Passing it out to the left point. Elijah Selby. Selby shot. Missed the net to the right of Rumbaugh. Rumbaugh trying to cover the puck up on the right-hand side of the net. Can't do so. Now back the other way come Hendersonville. Carried back into the Page zone. We get a whistle and a hand pass against Hendersonville. Trying to get it out of the zone. 6 minutes exactly to go. 3-3. Draws on the dot in front of the Page bench. Won by the Spartriots. Sent up the near side. Now taken back by Hendersonville. Here is it Cisco on the right wing? I think so. Yep, it is because Gideon Drobnik's getting to the puck in the left wing corner. Drobnik behind the net. Pushed off the puck. Puck sent around to the near side. Held in at the left point by Matthew Almeida. His shot blocked. Comes to Caden Cisco on the left wing boards. Takes a shot that hits the outside of the right-hand side of the net. Cisco puts it out in front, but right to Hunter Haley. Haley sends it to center up. We're going to have a penalty. Slashing call against who? Oh, it's against Elijah Selby. Oh, Page taking a penalty take. Hendersonville back in the power play with the game tied at 3 with 5:17 to go. Draws to the right of Yanuchili. It's won by Hendersonville. Caleb Carlance, top of the right circle, blocker, shot in the top of the right circle, blockered away by Yanuchili. Now Carlance again. Up to the puck. Oh, the puck just went over the blue line, and Carlance brought it back in offside. Draws on the dot across from the Page bench at center. Won by the Commandos. Here is Merrick Mott. Knocked into the boards. Keeps the puck with him. It's taken away by Page and cleared out. No icing since they're shorthanded. Puck passed to Merrick Mott. Mott. Knocked down by Hunter Haley. Tried to clear his own zone. Puck comes across to Landon Croft. He's in the slot. Backhander stopped. Rebound stopped by Yanuchili. Had to stretch out the left leg pad to stop a shot from Almeida. Carlance brings it back in from center. Double teamed and lost the puck. Minute left in the power play for Hendersonville. Puck in the left wing corner. Referee telling him to make sure it moves. Aiden Meyer not brought down, trying to clear the puck out. And the referee saying that Meyer dove. That's why he didn't put the hand up. 30 seconds left in the Hendersonville power play. Almeida back in the Page zone. Backhands it over the net from the bottom of the left circle. Here's Landon Croft. Carrying it around to the near side. Drops it down to Cisco. Back to Croft, who backhands it off the post to the right of Yanuchili. Oh! And then Almeida sends it to the crease, and it goes off the stick of Yanuchili and across the front of the net. Just stayed out of the net. Here's Meyer chasing the puck back into the Hendersonville zone. Penalty time against Page is up. They're back at even strength, and they're going to get a power play. There's going to be a penalty called against Hendersonville. And it's going to be Braden Rose, who had a 2 and a 10 earlier in the game, going back into the box for tripping. So Page on the power play. Is this their first power play of the game? I think it is. The game tied at 3 with 3:10 to go. It's now 7-1 Innsworth over the Outlaws down in Bellevue. Again, I'm baffled at the decision to start Thomas Redden in goal. Dawson Reynolds gives you a good chance of winning that game. I am baffled by that decision, but maybe they thought they did, even with Reynolds starting, they didn't have enough depth to beat Innsworth. I mean, they've only gotten one goal out of it, so I guess not. Puck out at center. Braden Owen with it for Page. Passing it to the far side. Here is Hudson Halters. Puck cleared out by Hendersonville back into the Page zone, and Justin Yanuchili comes out to play it and passes it across to the near side. And Braden Owen. Owen at center. Minute left in the power play for Page. Owen back in the Hendersonville zone. Behind the net gets knocked down. Puck cleared down ice by Hendersonville. Yanuchili will hand it off to Tyler Bell, who scored the most recent goal of the game. Bell through center. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the right wing side. Whiffed on a shot attempt in the right circle. Hendersonville take the puck and clear it out. 30 seconds left on the power play for the Spartriots. Elijah Selby will track it down inside his own zone. Selby. Back into the Hendersonville zone on the left wing side. Puts it out in front of shot. Score! Hudson Halters! Put out in front of Halters, who roofs it for his second goal of the game, a power play tally that gives Page a 4-3 lead with 85 seconds left. And Hendersonville aren't going to use their timeout right away. I'm shocked by that. Here is Merrick Mott. High slot shot over the net. He gets the rebound. Passes across. Right circle. The shot stopped by Yanuchili. That was Caden Cisco. Croft with the puck. Hands it off. Matthew Almeida, right point. Got away from him. Carlance keeps it in the zone. Minute left in the game. A steal by Meyer, and he fires it at the empty net. Griffin Rumbaugh started to go to the bench for the extra attacker, but when Meyer stole the puck, he tried to turn back. But Meyer able to fire it into the wide open cage to make it 5-4 with 56.4 seconds. 5-3 with 56.4 seconds left. And Hendersonville will in the draw and bring it offside into the Page zone. So it looks like Page are going to get out of here with a 5-3 win, a late one. Drawing the dot across from the Page bench at center. Won by the Spartriots. Jonah Ferguson clears it out of the zone. Cleared out by Hendersonville back into the Page zone. Under 30 seconds to go. Puck back deep in the Hendersonville end. And intercepted by Liam Garner, and his one-timer turned away by Rumbaugh. Hendersonville with a puck, and time's going to run out, and Page have 3 wins of the season. 3 wins, excuse me. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and they win this one 5-3. Man, that was not one of the prettiest. I had the mic turned down between the second and third periods, and Greg Sowers was going off on him. He was not happy with how they were playing. And they score 3 unanswered in the third to win this one 5-3. Hudson Halters scoring the winner with 85 seconds left, and then Aiden Meyer scoring. It's not an empty netter because Rumbaugh never left the ice. He started to leave the ice, and then he saw Meyer at the puck, and he tried to turn back, and Meyer fired it down the ice, and Rumbaugh didn't get back in time. So it's a goal against Rumbaugh. It's not an empty netter. Page win this one 5-3. So Page are now 3-2-1 on the season, and Hendersonville are now 3-3-0. Is okay. So the Ensworth Outlaws game is done. Ensworth win 7-1. So the night in GNASH is done. All 6 games are in the books. The goal scorers in this one. The goals for Hendersonville. Scored by Merrick Mott, Landon Croft, and Matthew Almeida. For Page, 2 goals for Hudson Halters. And the other goals came from Conley Meeks, Tyler Bell, and Aiden Meyer. I'm going to split player of the game between Hudson Halters for having 2 goals, including the game winner, and Justin Yanuchili, who made 33 saves on 36 shots. His teammates had half that. Page had 18 shots on goal. Hendersonville had double. So Justin Yanuchili is getting the other half of player of the game along with Hudson Halters. As Page Summit win this one 5-3. So let's go over all the final scores from tonight. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon, no winless, no more. They beat Independent Centennial 3-2. Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian keep their perfect start to the season going with a 7-4 win over Nolensville. Franklin snapped their 3-game winless streak with a 2-0 win over Father Ryan, whose 3-game winning streak is snapped. Montgomery Bell beat Brentwood BAUSN 8-4. I'm going to have to check and see. I'm going to go back and look at the NBA broadcast and see if they put in Parker Eves in that third period, because there's no way. They're saying that Brentwood scored 3 goals in just over 40 seconds in the third. There's no way. Tripp Bland gave up that many. Page Summit beat Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 5-3, and Ensworth-Lipscomb CPA beat the Tennessee Outlaws 7-1. So here are the standings. With tonight's games in the book, Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian atop the GNASH standings with a perfect 5-0-0 record. That's only going to last a couple nights because Ravenwood are playing Rutherford on Wednesday, and they're going to go back to the top. Ravenwood in second at 4-0-1. Father Ryan at 4-2-0. MBA and Franklin and Page Summit and Nolensville all 3-2-1 after tonight's action. Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson now 3-3-0. Well, the Clarksville Kings should be ahead of them because they've got a better points percentage, 3-2-0. Independent Centennial and the Tennessee Outlaws, both 2-3-1. Ensworth-Lipscomb CPA 2-2-0. The Rutherford Rampage 1-3-1. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon 1-6-0. JP2MLK GCS 0-3-1. And Brentwood BAUSN now at the bottom of the standings at 0-4-1. Wednesday night, 2 games, both here on Rink A at Centennial, 7-10. Clarksville Kings taking on JP2MLK GCS. And then at 8:40, the Rutherford Rampage taking on Ravenwood. We're not doing either of those games. So let's go ahead and read off next week's schedule. Next Monday at 4:45 here on Rink A at Centennial, Independent Centennial taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek Nashville Christian. 6:30 here on Rink A at Centennial, MBA taking on the Rampage. 6:30 on the Chris Spring in Bellevue, Ensworth-Lipscomb CPA taking on Page Summit. 7:40 on Rink B here at Centennial, Franklin taking on the Outlaws. 8:15 here on Rink A at Centennial, Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson taking on Brentwood BAUSN. 8:15 over on the Terry Chris Brink in Bellevue. The Holy War, Father Ryan taking on JP2MLK GCS. And then next Wednesday, November 12th, 2 games here on Rink A at Centennial. Clarksville Kings taking on Ravenwood, and Nolensville taking on Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon. Only doing games on Monday next week again. We're going to be in Bellevue. Ensworth taking on Page. Pregame at 6:25. Face-off at 6:30. And then 8:10 pregame for an 8:15 face-off between Father Ryan and JP Tulamake GCS. Before we get off the air, I want to give an on-air shout-out to Doctors Ron and Martha Ellis, grandparents of Tyler Ellis of Hendersonville. They purchased the package of perks, our Buy Me a Coffee membership. They get their name listed in the GNASH newsletter. They're getting this on-air shout-out and future shout-outs for all Hendersonville games I cover, and they're getting all the Hendersonville games I cover as downloadable MP3s. If you want that package or the other membership, which is you get your name in the newsletter for $5 a month or $50 a year, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page. That's BUYMEACOFFE.com/Mid10 Sportsnet, MIDTN SPORTSNET. Again, that's BUYMEACOFFE.com/MIDTN SPORTSNET. And scroll down to Become a Member. Any new memberships? And have I had any new memberships today? Do I have anybody new to shout out? Nope. No new memberships. All right. Let's turn up the music, huh? All right, that is it for our Week 7 coverage of the 2025-2026 GNASH regular season. Again, we're back next week with a doubleheader in Bellevue. Our on-air finals tonight, Station Camp Liberty Creek, Nashville Christian 7, Nolensville 4, and just now, Page Summit 5, Hendersonville-Beech-Lawson 3. I'm Michael Hackney. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. And we'll talk to you again next Monday night from Bellevue for another GNASH doubleheader, Week 8. Hard to believe we're already in November. After this week, we've only got 2 full weeks of play left. Then on Thanksgiving week, there's only 1 game. Probably going to end up doing that game. It's Father Ryan Clarksville. I owe Clarksville another game because they've been playing really good recently. I don't know if they can beat Father Ryan, but I'm going to give them another game, at least 1 more. But that's in the future. Good night from Centennial. Talk to you next Monday in Bellevue.